Hi children, this is Lakshmi Arvinda. Today we are going to discuss about the lines and angles, chapter number 3, part 2. In the last video children, I already explained you I introduced this chapter lines and angles for you. Means what is the what are the lines and how the angle will form, and what are the different angles and what is the properties of different angles. And even we started exercise 3.1 children. In that exercise 3.1 we did few sums also. Now we will see from the question number 3. Now the question number 3 is in figure 3.15, if angle PQR is equals to PRQ. So what is the information they given is, if the PQR, this angle is equals to this angle, prove that PQS, this angle is equals to PRT, this angle. Okay children, here if this both the angles are equal children, normal generally logic if you think, the entire is standing on one straight line. So this is also one of the straight angle, and this is also one of the straight angle, that is 180 degrees, 180 degrees. In this 180 degrees, the interior, these two are equal. Automatically this side the exterior angle will be 180 minus that interior, 180 minus interior. So we will get that also, the angle also will be same, no? That's what we are going to prove. How we will prove means, by assuming ourselves the equal angles as 70 degrees. So let's take this angle as 70, this angle as 70. After taking that as 70, as we know already, that entire angle is 180. So now we want angle PRT, PQS. So PQS and PRT. PQS. How we will get this PQS? If we'll subtract the total angle 180 minus, here it is 180 minus here PQT, means if this total angle, if we'll subtract this angle, then we will get this angle, no? So if we'll subtract 180 minus that angle we assume as a 70. So if we'll subtract 70, then we will get 110. In a same way, this side also 180 minus this 70, if we'll do here also 110. So both angles are 110, 110. Here it's by mistake children, it is 110 degrees. So both also 110 and 110, we can say that the both angles are same. Whatever they ask is proved. Okay. These steps and all children, however it is there, you no need to copy at all. Whatever I explained, if you will understand, you can copy in a different way. Okay. Next children, question number 6. It is given that angle XYZ is 64 degrees. Means one of the angle they given XYZ, that is 64 degrees. This is XYZ. And then they are saying that XY is, this is 64 degrees and XY is continued till P. So we will get this straight line. And the one more line, we have to draw this children from our side, and the one more line is YQ, which will bisect the PYZ into two equal parts. Okay. And what is the given information is children, they given that this XYZ, here this XYZ is 64 degrees and the total angle is 180 degrees. Automatically this angle will be 180 minus 64 degrees, that is 116 degrees. And one more information they given that this YQ, this line is dividing that angle, bisect in the sense dividing into two equal parts. So 2 into 2 equal parts means automatically 116, if 2 equal parts is 58 and 58. This is the first basic. We filled what and all angles it is there in that figure. Okay. And we know that this side it will be 180 because it's a straight line. Over no children. Now what they are asking we will see. First one. Find XYO. It's not YO children, it's a Q. XYQ. So where is XYQ? This is the angle XYQ. It's a combination of what angles? One angle is XYZ and one more angle ZYQ. These two angles, if we'll add, we will get the entire angle. No? What is the two angles? 64 plus 58. That is 122 degrees. Next, one more they are asking, reflex angle QYP. Where is Q? Here is the Q. Here is the Q and Y is here and P. Actually children, we can take QYP means this angle. But they are saying reflex. So reflex means what way we have to take from the back side. This side we have to take. So this is the angle we have to find. So QYP is the combination of what and all? PYX straight line and XYZ this angle and straight line and ZYQ this angle. So if we'll add these three angles, then we will get the entire angle. What are those? First, straight line 180 plus 64 plus 58. We will add, we will get 302 degrees, which is a required angle for us. Okay children, even here also the steps and all, whatever I explained in that way, based on that you can write your own steps also. If you write your own steps, then only you can improve in your geometry. Don't copy from the slides blindly. Okay, next children. Next topic is parallel lines and transversal. Okay, first before going to the relationship between a parallel line and transversal, first we will see what is meant by parallel lines. We already know what is meant by parallel lines. The lines which will not meet at all. That is called as a parallel lines. Best examples is a railway track and the two woods in the ladder, that both the sides which will not meet at all. No. Next, piano keys. This and all will be a best example, real-time examples for the parallel lines. Transversal means which will meet, the one straight line which will intersect, means which will pass through the two another lines is called as a transversal. Whenever it will pass, it will form 8 angles children, a transversal. Here if we'll see, this is the transversal and which is passing through 2 lines. And where is the 8 angles means from here. Here B is 1 angle, C 1 angle, E 1 angle, D 1 angle. Totally 4 angles here. Same way here. Here 1 angle, here 1 angle, here 1 angle. Totally 4 angles. Totally we will get 8 angles. And that 8 angles will be called in a different ways. I will show you. See here. First one, corresponding angles. What and all we'll call it as a corresponding angle means corresponding angles will be the same side of the transversal and one should be interior, one should be exterior. Which is the interior means this part, this inside part, the 2 lines inside part is called as interior and the exterior, the outside part fully is called as exterior. So what I told, the 2 angles should be one side of the transversal and one should be interior, one should be exterior. So here the corresponding angles means here one they are showing, this is 1 angle, this is 1 angle. And also in the same way we can take this side also children. So this is all, these 2 also corresponding. And same way here also, down also, here this and this also corresponding and even this and this also corresponding. Okay, next alternate angles. Alternate angles means it will be both the sides of the transversal, means either interior, either exterior. So first one is here one, here one. And one more alternate angles, here one, here one. One more exterior alternate angles means it will be what that side and this side, which will be outside. Here one, here one. One side, that one is that side, one is this side. And here one, here one. Okay, next children, supplementary angles. Supplementary angles means as you know already, which will means the total angle should be 180. Here we can see we will get 4 sets like that. Here one, here if we'll see the first one, here one and here one, here one and here one, this 2 also and even this 2 also. This all 4 sets are supplementary angles, means the sum should be 180 degrees. And vertical angles, which will be opposite. If two lines will intersect each other, the opposite angles is called as a vertical angles, and it will be equal always. So here one set they are showing, here one in a same way. These two also vertically opposite, here also vertically, these two also, and even these two also vertically opposite angles. Next, consecutive interior angles. This is also called as allied angles. Okay. Here children, even this also we can take exterior and interior. Here if we'll take this, both are interior allied angles. Same side and also interior. This side also we can take. This two also we can call it as a interior allied angles. Exterior allied angles means this and this. And even this and this. Okay, same side. Whenever there is a lot of difference, children, each and everything is like a same way, but slight differences is there. Corresponding angles are the same side, but how we will take, one angle will be interior, one angle will be exterior. But consecutive interior means both also should be either interior, either a consecutive exterior means we'll take both also exterior. Okay, now we will see the properties, children, of the different angles. First, here what and all angles we will call. Again the same thing only, children. Corresponding angles means here 4 sets it will be there. That is 1 and 5. This is one corresponding angle set. 2 and 6, one corresponding angle set. Downside if will come 4 and 8, one set. 3 and 7, one set. Over. Next, alternative interior angles. See, 2 sets will be having, here one, here one. This is one set and this is one more set. Exterior means same way. This both are one set and this both are 2 and 8 is one more set. Next, interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Here 2 sets, that is 4 and 5. 4 and 5 one set, and 3 and 6 one more set. Okay. Next, children, whenever we'll take the angles for the parallel lines, what will be the how it will be? Means, children, always keep it in mind. By using these angles we will solve many sums even in our further studies also. That is, first one, corresponding angles are equal for the parallel lines. If the transversal is passing through a parallel line, then the corresponding angles will be equal. So what and all corresponding angles? Here 1 and 5, one set of corresponding angles. So 1 is equals to 5. Next, 2 and 6, one more set of corresponding angles. So 2 and 6 will be equal. Next, 3 and 7, one more set. So these angles also will be equal. And 4 and 8 also will be equal to each other. Next, alternate angles also will be equal, children. Alternate angles means either interior or exterior. So first, interior, if we'll take 4 and 6 equal, and 3 and 5 will be equal. Again 1 and 7 will be equal, and 2 and 8 also will be equal. Next, allied angle sum should be 180. This is only called as interior angles also. Okay, allied angles. Here allied angle means same side it should be allied, either in a interior nor in a exterior. Okay, so how it will be means, first if we'll take interior allied angles 3 and 5. This sum should be 180 degrees. If it is a parallel lines, the sum should be 180 degrees. And even the same concept we discussed in a postulate, Euclid's postulate number 5. Did you remember? If both the sides it is 180, then the lines will not at all meet at all. Did you remember? The same postulate only here we are applying. This interior allied also, this also should be, the sum should be 180. This two also sum should be 180. Same way, exterior, this sum also will be 180. This sum also will be 180. 2 plus 7 also will be 180. Angle 1 and angle 8 also will be 180. Very important, children. Please write how many times you want and learn also. Okay. Next. Axiom 3.4, children. What is this means? Here if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Here, whatever we learned now, no, that only they are showing in a opposite way, reverse way. What is that? What I told you now, the corresponding angles, whenever a transversal passes through a parallel line, the corresponding angles will be equal. Now they are saying that if the corresponding angles are equal, then the transversal is passing through a parallel lines. Now we are going to show that. First, can we use the corresponding angles axiom? Now we will try to find out the relationship between the corresponding angles and alternate angles. How it will be means by using the corresponding angles axiom. What the corresponding angles axiom is showing means the corresponding angles which will form by using the parallel lines, means here only it is there, the axiom 3.4, that is, if a transversal is passing through, then if the corresponding angles are equal, then it's a parallel line. So if it is a parallel lines, even we can take that the corresponding angles are equal. So children, here we are having AB and CD are two parallel lines, and PQ is a transversal, PS is a transversal, and intersecting AB and CD at the points Q and R. Now we are having the angles. Angle BQR is one of the interior angle, and we are trying to show that alternate angles are equal by using the corresponding angles, relationship between corresponding angles and alternate angles. How it will be means what we are trying to show means the alternate angles, that is BQR and QRC, both also equal. One more alternate angles, AQR and DRQ, these are both also should be equal, that we are going to show. First one, by using corresponding angles axiom, we can say that PQA is equals to QRC, both the corresponding angles. And one more way, PQA is equals to BQR, which is vertically opposite angles. So by using this 1 and 2, we can write that angle BQR is equals to QRC, because left hand side are same, so right hand side we can equalize. Same way we can show one more alternate angles also equal. Okay children, from this what you have to remember means when a transversal is passing through a transversal, we can say that the alternate angles will be equal, and even the corresponding angles will be equal. By using this relationship, one we can take and one more we can prove. Next, theorem 3.2 children. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal. The same thing children, whatever we proved now, the same thing only again we are going to prove here. First one. Now using the conversations of corresponding angles axiom, we can show that two lines parallel if the pair of alternate interior angles is equal. Here figure 3.22, a transversal PS is passing through the parallel lines AB and CD and touching the points at Q and R respectively, such that what we have to prove now, BQR is equals to QRC, both alternate angles. We have to prove it's a equal. And now we know that AB is parallel to CD. So we can write that BQR is equals to PQA. Why children? BQR is equals to PQA. Why? Because it's a vertically opposite angles. Next, BQR. Where is the BQR? This is the BQR is equals to QRC. They only given. This both also equal. So we can say that by using these two, if we'll observe, the left hand side is same. So we can take the right hand side also equal. So we can take that PQA. That is PQA is equals to QRC. Okay children, in a previous case we used the corresponding angles to show the interior angles are equal. Here we used that vertically opposite angles and the alternate angles we used, and we had shown that the corresponding angles are equal till this step. Next children, so AB and CD are, so if the corresponding angles are equal, then AB and CD are parallel by using the converse of corresponding angles axiom. Okay. Now children, theorem 3.3. Here if we'll see, if a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel. In a similar way, following theorem related to interior angles, again children, the same children, whatever I explained about that line, about that angles only it is showing. If a transversal intersect at two lines, if the alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. If a transversal or intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side, the transversal is supplementary. That is only allied angles, children. I explained, no, the same side. Even it will show the postulate number 5 also. If the same side, the allied angles will be, the sum is, should be 180 degrees if the transversal is passing through a parallel lines. Next, a transversal intersect two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. It's just reverse ma. Just now we told if a parallel lines, then the interior, that same side of the angles will be 180. If one same side of the line, the transversal is 180, then the two lines are parallel. The same concept only. The same thing, if you learn what and all are equal, what and all is supplementary, that and all, if you learn these are all theorems, no, same thing only, front to means first to last, last to first, means we are going this side, go coming back. In a same way we will see. Okay, next children, lines parallel to the same line. Here if we'll see, two lines are parallel to some other line, then we can say that these two lines are also parallel. How it will be means, if you will see here the three lines L, M, N. Here the L is parallel to the M, and even the L is parallel to the N. Means M also parallel to the L and N also parallel to the L. So we can say that corresponding angles, angle 1 equals to angle 2, even angle 1 is equals to angle 3. So what we can conclude? We can conclude from the 2, angle 2 is equals to angle 3. So we can say that even M and N also parallel to each other because the corresponding angles are equal, no? Next children, theorem 3.6. Lines which are parallel to same line are parallel to each other. What is the same thing only, children? By using this, whatever we proved, that only the theorem. Okay, that is theorem 3.6. I am expecting that children, please all of you write these theorems, each and every one, all the theorems, one time in a classwork, in homework book again two times. Means you have to learn that theorems. Now children, exercise 3.2, the first question. In figure 3.28, find the values of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. See here, we have to find x and y here, children. The given is 50 degrees. Okay, by using this 50 degrees, children, what is the value of x? The value of x will be, here the total angle will be 180. So the value of x will be, children, 180 minus 50. We will get 130 degrees. After getting this x degrees, children, now we can find the value of y. In a similar way, children, as we know already, the x and y, here if we'll see CSQ. Where is the CSQ? Now to find out the angle y, children, here angle y is vertically opposite angle of CSQ. means let's take where is the C and S and Q means if take this PQ as a straight line, the point where it will touch the two other lines is S and R, then this CSQ, this angle is equals to the particular opposite angle RSD, that is Y. So from here what we can take, Y is equals to 130 degrees. Now we can see that X is equals to Y, children. That is X and Y are what? Interior alternate angles. If interior alternate angles are equal, then we can say that the two lines are parallel lines. Yes, we can say that the two lines are parallel lines. Next, question number 2. In figure 3.29, if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, means this line is first line AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, then Y is to Z is equals to 3 is to 7. Where is the Y? Here is the Y. This is to this is equals to 3 is to 7. Find the value of X. Okay, children. Here, if we'll see the answer, PQ is a straight line. This is the PQ. PQ is a straight line. Intersect CD, EF, CD and EF at S and T. So the intersecting points, this is S and this is T. And they given that CSR, that is this angle, is equals to Y, and opposite, vertically opposite angle, this also we can take as a Y. Okay, and we know that if these two lines are parallel, children, if this is the angle Y, then automatically this angle also will be Y because vertically opposite angles. And these both are parallel to each other. If these both the angles are parallel to each other, then interior allied angles, the sum will be 180. So we can take Y plus Z is equals to 180 degrees. But we know that the ratio is 3 is to 7, means the 180, if we'll divide it into 3 is to 7, total 10 parts, then Y will be 3 parts, Z will be 7 parts. Okay, so what is the value of Y means, the Y is equals to 180, first we have to divide into 10 parts, and Y will be 3 parts of that. So 180 by 10 into 3, that is 54 is the Y. Next, the Z will be, the total angle 180 we have to divide into 10 parts. In that the Z parts will be 7. So 180 divided by 10 into 7. So the Y value is 54 and the Z value is 126 degrees. But here again, if these both are parallel, again we can take the X and Y, the total is 180 degrees. Sum of interior angles on one side, that is allied angles. So we want to find the X value. No, we already know what is the Y, 54. So X is equals to, X plus Y is equals to 180 and X is equals to 180 minus 54, that is 126 degrees. Okay. Next, children, here is your practice time. Please do it and please send the answers on a scheduled day, children. Thank you, children. Lakshmi Aravinda.